Yes, guys, welcome back to flatcapeurotalk here, and we are going to be talking about Ryan Gravenberch. The guy has just basically, I think, made his move sort of to Bayern Munich. It's a bit unofficial, but once you see Fabrizio Romano basically, sending at least three tweets about it, you kind of know it's definitely a done deal. It also makes sense. I feel like Bayern Munich, they do all of their business ahead of time. I've never really remembered them doing any sort of last minute sort of transfer deal. They like to seem to do things, before even the transfer window even opens. And so this could actually make sense, and I think there's even already a recorded fee of like, or a reported fee of around 25 million euros. So I do feel like this is a done deal. So basically, for any Bayern Munich fans or anybody that maybe has a soft spot for Bayern, we're basically just going to be talking about what Ryan Gravenberch can offer to Bayern. And I also included David along with this one because he really is a big fan of this guy. Born in Amsterdam, Netherlands, Ryan is. He's just an Ajax kid through and through, like the definition of an Ajax youth product. 19 years old, born in 2002, which is just scary. And like David, I said before to me, like the guy, I think he's been on the scene even since he's like 17, as well. So it's not like he's just emerged or anything. He's really been actually playing for some time. He plays as a center mid, can sort of play as a CDM if you need him to as well. But I would say you definitely want him playing a bit higher up, maybe as a sort of center mid. 6 feet 3 inches tall, 1.9 meters, right footed, 31.5 million pounds is his market value according to Transfermarkt. But again, 25 million euros, I think, is the reported fees. So as always, Bayern definitely getting a lot out of it. 2 goals and 6 assists so far this season as well. And that is including the Champions League. I think 1 assist in the Champions League. And then he's had 2 goals and 5 assists in the Eredivisie. He's having a great season. And especially for a player like him, I feel like those are good numbers to see. The attributes, which is I feel like I need some help with from David here. I kind of said he could play as a deep lying playmaker, but Dave, I feel like maybe he's more of a box to box midfielder. If you want to get the best out of Gravenberch, would you rather him be a deep lying playmaker or box to box midfielder?
Look, he can definitely play a deep line playmaker, Jack. Look, he's an absolute specimen, like you alluded to, 6'3", and he's still going to grow. He's only 19, so he's still going to grow. He'll probably get taller. Um, Jack, he's an absolute unit. He's a big, strong guy for 19. There's certain athletes in the world you look at and you're like, yeah, they've got it. And
Yeah.
this guy has got it. He's an absolute athlete. And Jack, for me, his best position is box to box. Look, he can play the deep line holding midfielder or the playmaker because he has the passing ability to be able to do it. He can play long range passes with both feet. But for me, this guy is much better going
Yeah.
box to box, especially going forward. Like you alluded to, 2 goals and 6 assists so far this season. The guy's only 19 years of age.
Yeah.
He's very good going forward. What he's actually best at is he's best in and around the edge of the box, and right just that small bit behind the play. And this guy has, and I mean, one of the best strikes I've seen in world football.
Yeah.
He has got an unbelievable shot on him. Yeah, and he hits it with power, pace, and precision. It's unbelievable. This is a guy, Jack, that he's played for Netherlands under 15s, 16s, 17s, 19s, 21s, and is in the national senior team all by the age of 19. He's absolutely unbelievable. He's been identified from a young age, from 14, 15. And look, Ajax don't get too many wrong, and he's progressed through their youth ranks as well. He's absolutely unbelievable, this kid. And 25 million, Jack, that is cheap. That's absurd. Because I think he's actually valued at like 31 million, 30 million today.
Yeah.
To get him for 25 million, that is cheap. The one downside I do not like is his agent, Mino Raiola. We all know about this guy. That's what I don't like. If he can keep this guy from talking for him, fair enough. It'll work out in his favor because of the amount of money you make from the game. But what I don't want to see is like what's happened to Paul Pogba under this agent, where Paul Pogba has all the ability to be the best midfielder in the world, has all the ability, but doesn't want to get it out of himself. And I hope this guy doesn't go down that path, but I don't think he will because he's going to Bayern Munich, and Bayern Munich will not let that happen. They're very good.
They don't really let egos. They don't really let egos get above the team. It feels like no matter how good you are, like there have just been plenty of players that have gone to Bayern Munich, and no matter what reputation they bring, if they're distracting from what the club is trying to achieve, then they'll just simply just get rid of you. And I actually do appreciate that about them. They're not going to be too intimidated, by even Mino Raiola. So the fact that even maybe Bayern Munich or even dealing with Mino Raiola, I'm not aware of how many players of his, are playing for Bayern, but I reckon not too many because they're probably a club that tries to avoid maybe dealing with Amino Raiola. But if they're willing to take him in because of that agent, that must mean they really do rate him. I would say just a few things to touch on: the ball carrying ability. Like, this guy is a ridiculous dribbler. I just always love a big, lanky sort of midfielder that can touch a pass players, just using that beautiful stride. We see Bentancur do it. We see other, big, tall midfielders do it. I would say Milinkovic Savic is another one. I would say Matic in his old days. I always love Matic as well because just took these beautiful long strides past people with the ball. But I would say Ryan Gravenberch is just something else. But Dave, I think, we go into the stats a bit here. I would say all these stats, everybody, they are actually really impressive because it's not Eredivisie stats. These are comparing him against all midfielders in Europe's top 5 leagues. And then the stats are only coming from the Champions League games that he played this season. So not maybe a huge pool of stats to work with, but you also have to take into consideration that means these stats are coming from top level opponents. So it's not like he's really flat track bullying anybody. He's coming up against class opposition. And also, Champions League games are not like regular, season games. They kind of take a different sort of tone, a different sort of type of style of play. So if he's getting these sort of numbers, I think you definitely have to look at, this talent that he has. Passes into the penalty area for a center mid, that is quite impressive. Left-footed passes, and it jumped off the page for me that he is playing nearly 10 passes with his left foot a game. Just shows he's much more two-footed than maybe other midfielders out there, and I feel like that's an excellent attribute that would go unnoticed. And I feel like it's kind of a bit of a lost sort of art. It feels like, with basically most players these days, let alone midfielders, it feels like most players now are kind of very one-footed and seem to just do everything with one foot. But it's good to see that he can do some things with the left as well. Shot creating actions pretty high up there again, especially comparing him against the best midfielders in the world. The fact that he still ranks that high up there is impressive. Players dribble pass, he seems to be one of the best dribblers, at least in his position, already in Europe with those sort of numbers. Progressive carries into the final third are really high up there as well. You could say some of those might be inflated by maybe Ten Hag. Then again, though, from what I've seen from his dribbling abilities, maybe not all of it's really inflated by Ten Hag to a degree. The guy is that much of a baller. Progressive passes received, which is a pass of 10 yards or more forwards, means he's also picking up the ball and then able to turn. So you combine those progressive passes with those progressive carries, it means he's just a box-to-box midfielder. Those bottom 3 stats right there just show that he's a box-to-box midfielder right there. The seeing eye test would prove it, but I think the stats right there show it as well. Fouls drawn, he's drawing 2 fouls a game, which I just think is a good sign. It means players are basically, asking to take him down. They just can't stop him, so they just have to bring him to ground, which I think is another good sign of his maybe ball-carrying ability. Dave, any stats that jump off the page here, or do we just get right into the highlights?
Yeah, look, just quickly, the passes attempted with the left foot, that's an unbelievable stat. And like you said, a lot of them stats, players dribble past, progressive carries into the final third, passes received, fouls drawn. It just goes to show his box-to-box ability. It also got a kind of alludes to the athlete that we were talking about with this guy, and everyone's going to see this now once we indulge in these highlights.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Might as well break it down now because we are going to see, I just feel like this guy's unbelievable ball carrying ability here, Dave. Like, the lankiness of this guy right here as well. Just gets stuck in, wins it right back, touches it past him, just gliding past players. Neat finish as well.
He's tidy.
I love he has a unique sort of dribbling ability, and that that is an absolute banger right there as well. Touching it, as well. So shifty there, so shifty.
Go on.
Boy. So shifty. So shifty. It's beautiful to watch players dribble like that, I must say. Oh, Jesus. This is giving me Bruno Guimaraes vibes with some of these turns.
Yeah.
There's the left foot. Is that? Oh, wow. That's a good finish as well. Might have been David Narish there. Oh, left foot across. And you can't not miss that as well.
No, you can't. That's on a play. I've been telling you about this guy striking, lad. It's unbelievable. Sit down, go home, cry to mommy. Oh my God.
And another left-footed pass as well.
See you later. Try and take me down. I dare you. Look at that. See ya.
He's just galloping past them as well. Galloping past them. Great finish.
Football.
Hits it low as well.
How many people panic there? He does the right thing, keeps it low, gets over the ball. Oh,
Oh,
he's
wow.
unbelievable. Oh,
But you
dummy
better finish
shot.
that. Oh, that's tough. Oh,
Oh,
not the
ball
ball roll
roll.
as well.
Ball roll.
Not the ball roll.
Oh,
No.
he just
Oh,
waits
wow.
for him to lunge at him. Look at that. He's just so strong.
Showing him the weight room there. Oh, wow. That's the advantage of being a
Oh.
long-footed player. You just get to just reach out and just take it back. Ah! My God.
He's so good at striking the football. Oh,
Oh, that is
oh.
neat. That might have been Anthony there. Oh,
Oh,
that turn he does. Oh,
yeah, I was
beautiful.
just about to say that. He does that an awful lot, doesn't he? Where he kind of looks like he's going to meet the ball and control it, and then just lets it go by him, and he's turned and he's gone.
Yeah, he loves a dummy by the looks of it. He loves a good dummy.
Oh, no. Oh, you're not, boy. Good control.
Ooh, good play
Oh,
there by
he
actually
stepped
the whole team. Good play there by the whole team.
step over.
Oh, this is against Vitesse.
Oh,
I just love that he can just, even if his touch is a bit heavy, he can just reach it, just reach for it.
yeah.
Actually, what we actually liked about Papa Matasar as well, he did a bit of a similar thing. Like Papa Matasar just uses that sort of lankiness, to his advantage. And I actually am getting a bit of Papa Matasar vibes as well.
It's the no players he takes out of the
Oh,
game. Oh, seriously.
left-footed. He is actually a two-footed player. I think we can confirm that now. The stats have shown it, and then also some of his ability.
Oh.
Wow. And he finishes it again with the left there. Not an easy finish.
Do you know what it is, Jack? Every time he's on the ball, look how many players he takes out of the game. It's always at least 2 players.
That's
There's
insane.
3. There's 1. Look at that. Goodbye. Unbelievable. 1, 2. See you later. He's just so good.
No way. Oh!
I told you, he's
Look at
so
his
good from the
strike.
edge of the box. He is clinical.
Oh my gosh, what a strike. That was unbelievable technique. Unbelievable technique.
Oh, good pull back there. Good cross. Give it to him. He's lining up for it.
Oh
Oh,
wow. Oh wow.
yeah. You just see him leaving a trail of bodies behind him, all trying to grab him.
I actually probably see why he's getting taken down so
Oh,
much, Dave. It's probably actually just out of malice that they're taking him down. They just get
yeah.
upset with him, and so they just have to bring him
What
down.
a ball. Oh, my God.
Just put
That's
on your
David
head.
Beckham-esque. That is David Beckham-esque, that ball.
Oh, oh,
Go on, son.
oh, oh. That is deadly. That is deadly. Oh,
Oh, yeah. Oh. He's
look
just
how
so.
tight. Oh my gosh. There's no
Oh,
way
my
he gets out of there. There's no way he gets out of there.
God. He's just so talented. He is just so talented. He's taking players out of the game. It's that youthful, young,
Oh, what a pass.
exuberance that he has. His quality. Oh,
That is
what
a
a
great
ball.
pass. Good finish by
What
Anthony
a
as well.
ball. Just takes the whole team out.
Oh, wow. That is an unbelievable feint.
From the edge of his own box, what can he do?
He loves just skinning people. You can tell
He loves,
he has to skin. Oh,
oh my God.
no. That would have been not okay if he finished that.
He's just ridiculous.
He just, yeah, he honestly is so graceful to watch as well. He's beautiful to watch.
No way.
No way. With the
No
left again.
way.
With the
Oh my
left
God.
again.
That's right and left foot. The way he controls it and then with the opposite foot strikes it, that's just shows his 2-footed ability. Look at that. Oh, the
That is
turn.
dumb. That is just dumb. No way.
Oh.
No!
See you later. See you later. Goodbye. Go home. Cry to mommy.
It's like Neymar in the midfield to a degree as well. This is absurd. This is
He's just
absurd. Let me finish it for you. Let me show you how it's
he reads
done.
the game very well. Very well.
He is actually he is by definition box to box. This
Yeah.
guy is box to box. He is absurd.
Do you know what I love, Jack? How cool he is when he strikes the ball. He doesn't panic. You see so many people sometimes panic and fluff their lines. Just every time, great contact on the ball, strikes it so well.
Do what's come to mind to me as well. This is going to be a future, video for this channel. Is I'm going to talk about maybe the next 100 million pound players in the future, Dave.
He's one.
I feel like he could be up there as a candidate for a future 100 million pound player. I really do feel that way.
Easy. I'm surprised
Wow.
Bayern Munich are so cheap. Look at just the cool and calm and collectiveness in midfield. And it just means, and look at the amount of players running off him as soon as he gets the ball because they
Yeah.
know. They
Well,
know. Look at the
he's
amount of
just
them.
going to
They're all
create
making runs.
so many opportunities there for him. That is beautiful. Oh, that is
Oh,
beautiful. Good touch. Brian Bobby there.
oh, good finish. That was a neat finish.
Wow. Didn't even make the right touch there and actually still got up with an assist. What a baller. Good finish by Anthony. This is against Dortmund as well from this season.
We're going to leave them in the trails. Oh, not only does he want to beat him once, he wants to do it twice. That's just taking the piss.
Oh. We've seen Kineke do that.
Yeah, put pressure on me. It's no problem. I'll deal with it.
No way. No way. This is getting dumb. This is getting dumb.
He just
That's unfair. Actually, this is unfair for the Eredivisie. I must say as well, like you see this is getting stupid.
He's so good. He's so good.
No, no way he can pulls that down.
No, he's so good in tight spaces. He's ridiculous. Look at that.
This is not okay. This is genuinely not okay. This is not okay.
That's ridiculous.
This is not okay. Oh, this is against PSV as well. Wow, what a player! What a player, Dave. I mean, 25 million euros, the steal of the century, perhaps.
Look, this is a player that I wanted Spurs to go after for the last 2 years. Look, I think he will be better than Yuri Tillemans, but it reminds me of the Yuri Tillemans when Spurs were linked with him when he was 16 at Anderlecht, never went and got him. Now he's playing for Leicester. But Jack, this guy in midfield at 19 to have the composure, to have the footwork and the technique to get out of trouble the way he does. Like we were saying, looking at that highlight video, every time he takes at least 2 players out of the game. He's direct. He can be that because he has such good foot control. He moves it with the left and the right foot to beat players. Look in the highlight reel, how many players, as soon as this guy gets the ball, just runs? Because they know, look, we don't need to go and provide an option for him. He's going to beat them. And I'll just put myself in a position to get through. And that's
like
and the striking of the ball, Jack, from the edge of the box. My God, to have that composure and that ability at 19 years of age, this guy is going to go on and do big, big things in this game.
Think about the Bayern midfield, Dave, and kind of put on your Bayern goggles here. I mean, Joshua Kimmich, Leon Goretzka, Jamal Musiala, Marcel Sabitzer. I feel like Ryan Gravenberch, it just kind of fits that bill. They kind of just go after these sort of all-around midfielders, like midfielders that aren't just kind of good at one sort of thing. They're going after midfielders that basically can do it all. Listing those players that I did just now really kind of makes you think that Bayern midfield is actually quite scary to think about. Again, Jamal Musiala, Joshua Kimmich, and Leon Goretzka, and they also signed Sabitzer last season as well. That is a stupid midfield.
But Jack, in the olden days, midfielders could do everything. It's only recently where you've kind of like separated the roles to a holding midfielder, attacking midfielder, and they're specialists in the positions. But back in the day when it was just 2 standard centre midfielders, you had to be able to have the footwork. You had to be able to have pass the ball. You had to be able to tackle. You had to be able to win balls in the air. You had to do it all. And this guy is a throwback. He is so good. He can do it all. He can literally do it all.
I would say, everybody, if he hadn't gone for Bayern for 25 million euros, I would say a 40 million, 50 million pound fee would be completely justified. And like I said, I am going to be doing a video in the future on the next 100 million pound players of the future. I think Ryan Gravenberch has to be in there. I mean, he just genuinely will be in there as a future 100 million pound player, and perhaps could be one of those 100 million pound players that you could say could be worth it, because usually they're never worth that price. But I don't know, like maybe it's just a bit of, recency bias of just watching that. But I don't know, like this guy is something else. And
Jack,
yeah.
He shoots like Steven Gerrard. He crosses the ball like David Beckham. He tackles like Roy Keane, and he has the footwork in Neymar.
I mean, that's 100 million pounds then right there. Those are all 100 million pound players built into one. Everybody, especially, people that maybe have a liking to Bayern or anything, do let me know in the comments. What do you think of maybe Bayern's chances next season? Does this make them an unbelievable team? Does this make them a better team? Do you see him starting immediately with Goretzka Kimmich in that midfield? How do you see him settling in? All that sort of good stuff. Do let me know down in the comments below. As always, everybody, do hit that like button on your way out. Do hit that subscribe if you are new. And as always, David and I, we will be seeing you.